How can I prove that I can actually save people 1,000 hours per year and how they're managing everything you have to do? Well, this is a great question brought up to my friend at dinner who is noticing my TikTok videos with that claim. She goes, well, it seems really exaggerated. I'm like, well, of course, that makes sense. But let's dive into real world examples that I come across consistently, like with people like you, with people who are in business teams, not only with the business owners, but also all the employees, and how they are keeping it all together. Well, there is about 5 main sections, areas of our business, job, and life that we are trying to keep together. And I'm just going to look at one of those as an example. So for example, we talked about, first, let's dive into email. If people have at least 1,000, anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000 to hundreds of thousands of unread emails still clogged in their inbox, then how much time do you think that they're wasting every single day? Especially if they are involved in email every single day that's reasonably heavy. I know that for a fact that if you truly have that much stuff going on in a clogged email inbox, you have all these unwanted newsletters and spam that keeps hitting you. You have all this junk clogging it up. Then you're trying to sort through your other email to get through it. And you're just never at zero consistently. I'm like, how much time do you actually think that you're wasting every single day in order to keep that together? And we're like, hey, is an hour to stay reasonable? We're like, yeah. Well, here's how easy it is. If you're wasting an hour a day, you got to remember that that's 7 hours a week, 30 hours a month, and 365 hours a year. Even on the worst case scenario, if that was only 30 minutes a day, that's still 182 hours every single year. I think the point is we don't realize how many things that we are doing, how much information that we are actually buried under that is actually burning 15 to 30 and 60 minutes a day. So when I do a deeper level analysis, even on macro level impacts, like 15 minutes a day in complete wasted activity and just burnout of information is 90 hours a year. But the money really isn't just in the time savings and the cost savings of where we can save that 15 minutes and 60 minutes like every single day. It's in the opportunity cost of not spending that time on value-oriented activities. So I'm still just looking at email only. Imagine someone who also has these clogged emails. I have never met anyone when I'm supporting them in their Gmail mastery training who actually has back-end settings set up so that they can process emails to zero in a fraction of the time. So imagine if you always were coming into a clean email inbox that only had emails that matter to you. Phase 1. Then phase 2 is great. Now I'm not using it as a holding place for my actionables or my stuff to hold on to. Like I have a clear place for that. Now it's like I actually know something in the back end that takes 5 minutes to set up where you will save at least 75% of the time that it takes for you to get from start to zero, just like that. So how much time is that even when you're just like looking at email alone if you could save 75% of that time? Now, I'm going to look into a bigger level picture, which is just a part of this overall system that I look at. When I look at core areas of what we can review, that what might be missing, that all waste hundreds of hours per year. If you're one or more of those 50% of people or email heavy teams, and if you're like still using email for internal team communication, or if you really suck and you hate email, I know that you're also getting annihilated at all of your inboxes, right? Email, if you don't like that, it is just a small symptom of the other roughly 15 to 20 inboxes that you have to actually handle. And those inboxes are things like, you got your business email, you got your personal email, you got your phone, you got your text message, you got your voicemail, you got your live conversations, you got your social media notifications, as well as all of your different messages that you're getting. You got your chats, you got your paper mail, you got your WhatsApp, you got your Discord, you got your Telegram. And my point is, if you don't have that email together, I know that you also don't have those inflows together, which is a whole nother level of information overwhelm. And if you're just getting killed in emails, and I know you're getting killed in like the other inflows, it's just obvious. It's like looking like being a doctor and like looking into the x-ray, then immediately you're probably right here. You're easily wasting probably 20% of your day simply buried underneath that information right there. It is amazing of the macro level impacts on the time that you're wasting, which is also the source of the majority of your overwhelm. This isn't about just the time freedom that it saves up. This is also, more importantly, about the mental freedom. Saving the stress, saving the overwhelm, because all those minutes that we're burning inside of these things that are frustrating and not working for us, whether if it is the emails, whether if it is all of our inflows, or imagine if we're like using our head to manage most of the stuff that we have to do, like we don't have it written down, we're using our head to remember everything. You are just burning and burning and burning and burning time and that mental energy and that overwhelm. So, for example, if they have those 3 symptom points, even before checking for their whole tool set, right? Having a full tool set that holds your information and how to keep it together, I know that those are really easy to fix. And normally in 1 to 2 weeks, you can save roughly 500 hours per year. Think about that. That is your business. And in 2,000 hours per year, per an average work year, you can save 25% of the time in simply how you're managing things. That's how easy it is actually to save 1,000 hours per year. And in my experience of like running companies for 26 years, being really ingrained in time management and systems and processes for like the last 13 or 14 years, and screening a lot of companies and a lot of people, more than 50% fall into this category of easy solution fixes that will save you 500 to 1,000 hours per year. Even in the world of email, if this is you, like the main sides of email would be, let me just pull up my little thing here. It's one, are you getting all these newsletters that keep clogging up your inbox? I could solve that for you in probably 10 minutes, right? And then to set up your folders in your backend settings. In fact, if you go to my Stand With Me store on my TikTok account, you will see a link that goes off into a free video that I now have regarding no more nonsense newsletters. I made it free. You can go through and do the download. There is one piece of paper on text, and there's a video that actually walks you through on how to get rid of all of those immediately. They are taking up your space. They are taking up your time. They are killing your mental energy for what matters most. And I'm not even diving into the part that includes like people who just don't have a full tool set, which in my experience, 100% of businesses are normally missing their business playbook tool. What are all their roles in the organization? What are they doing? How often and how are they doing it? Which makes it easy to onboard new hires, which makes them super unbreakable. They can like fire and rehire fast, which makes them scalable with ease. You become a 3D blueprinting machine. So back to how easy is it to actually be saving people 1,000 hours per year? It's very simple. It is not over exaggerated. I would say at least half the people that are out there in their businesses and business teams, or how they're actually running their current job in life, more than half fall into that 500 hours per year category that can be solved in probably 1 week. That's very easy to do. And like I said, if that's you, these are the key areas where if you're feeling you don't know the solutions, let me know, ask a question, we'll answer it. If you would love to go crush your newsletters with your Gmail, or even like rock out your Gmail mastery, you want to save 300 to 500 hours a year right away on just how to master your Gmail, hey, we got the courses for that. We can go do it. And I stand by these products. If something isn't working, just let me know. I want to make sure that I'm offering value to you, like massive value, like spend an hour, get 300 hours back, and get your mind back, which is the most important. And If you'd love a full free screening of your entire system, there's an X-ray machine right there. You can go fill it out. It will take you 5 to 10 minutes tops. That return on investment, I will screen everything that you have. I will make sure that I leave you better than I found you, even if there isn't no real world value to be given. I can give you some tips and tricks, but we can discover if there is some very powerful value, which you really don't know yet, that I'm more than happy to support you with. So in summary, if this is any of you, if you're getting crushed with newsletters, fill this out. It'll give you a free download on how to crush them all. If you want a free analysis, go ahead and fill that out, and I'll be happy to run through it and spend like 15 minutes with you on a screen share on ways that we can do it. I hope this gives value, and if you're open to it, I do ongoing lives as well as tips and tricks on really mastering your time and mental freedom and how you're managing everything so you can actually focus